congratulating the winner of that election. So I think there is some clear.
You see, because we're not sure. I mean, he made that statement.
It is.
Yeah,
it is.
Clearly indicating there's a great deal of resentment.
Yes, I think there's a great deal of concern as to how would this government respond to our yearning since we did not vote for them. And that's
all right, and how will they respond? Because President Jonathan, who of course hails himself from the Niger Delta, had been giving them lots of incentives. I mean, to put it bluntly, lavish spending on quite a lot of these militant leaders in the Niger Delta. They have all sorts, mansions, luxury cars, luxury goods, their clothes, their jewelry, that kind of thing. Is President-elect Buhari going to carry on giving them money?
Clearly, President Buhari does not see economic improvement in terms of a few. He sees it in terms of the majority. Yes, a few might have benefited from the lavish spending of the outgoing government. But the reality is that poverty is still deep in the Niger Delta. The people are still unemployed, including in the president's own village. And for us, it is when the greater majority of our population has benefited from good governance that we'll be happy. That's what President Buhari is going to do. And the way he's going to do that is to deeply reverse the trend of poverty in the Niger Delta.
All right.
It's inexplicable.
This is
a region that provides the wealth of the country.
Of course, and there's only been a little bit of progress, but very superficial. Let me tell you what Udengs Eradiri, president of the militant Ijaw Youth Council in Bayelsa State in the Niger Delta, has done. He says he's provided a blueprint to keep the peace with the new government, but he wants these conditions fulfilled, the continuation of that costly amnesty program. He wants the system of patronage at federal level continued, and they want an increase in oil revenues allocated to oil-producing states raised from 13% to 25%. Is President-elect Buhari going to do all that?
Well, that's a wish list. The Jonathan administration put a national constitutional conference together, for example. There were things that came out of that national constitutional conference. It did not even allocate 25% to the Niger Delta. That's under their son. So,
of course, it was Yar Aradua, the late President Yar Aradua, when Goodluck Jonathan was his deputy.
Who did the amnesty?
Yeah.
What about the amnesty?
Yeah, but he continued that, yeah.
He continued the amnesty.
If I see this at home, it's not going to be as good.
Yeah, that's a very good reason. And also, I think that's why a lot of these movie producers are going for 3D movies as well. But I think, yes, visual effects are really important, but it's not the sole reason that drives people to go buy tickets, see a movie. I think there's also, at least you should tell a coherent story. It doesn't have to be, brilliant, but it has to be a coherent story.
I don't know, would you say that Pacific Rim had a coherent story?
Well, at least it was a story that wasn't too okay story.
I mean, look, Pacific Rim, in part due to marketing problems, but in part also due to audience differences, it bombed in the United States. But abroad, in China, it did very, very well. I enjoy it, and I think that I was surprised that it did so poorly in the United States. But if you look at it, the story made no sense. Like if you actually watch it and try to, and you can pick apart almost every single thing. None of it really made any sense. However, I went to go see it twice. Maybe even 3 times, if I remember correctly, because it was amazing. It was just like, oh my gosh, this is blowing my mind how awesome this movie is. It's just, huge robots fighting huge, reptile dinosaur things. That's so cool. And so I think that really definitely, when we're looking at the box office in particular, visual effects are very important. Now, the thing is about Pacific Rim